So today, or not today, yesterday actually, I got the new Dell 10, and look, you can see me. Before I started up, that's the glossy screen, that's why you can see me. I actually like the glossy screen. A lot of people don't because of the way it reflects in the sun, but in my experience, I think it makes stuff look better. Vibrant colors. And overall, I like that a lot. So turn it on. Try to keep this video short. I also like the keyboard. The keyboard, compared to other netbooks that I have used, is a lot better. I type really fast, and I messed up a couple times because of the way the enter key is shorter, but it's not horrendous in any way, shape, or form on that one. Overall, I like the design and look of all Dells for the most part, so this one was definitely not a letdown. Going to pop in a minute is a Vera. The Dell Mini actually comes with, I think it was Norton. If you do get one, I suggest that you remove that from your system because Norton is just, it's slow. I don't care what anybody says. I've dealt with it. Not only that, it's not free. So I've used a Vera on all my systems. It's great. They also have AVG and a couple other ones that work very well and are free. The system itself is fast. It boots up pretty good for its size. Everything works very well. Let's see. Internet. I use Chrome for the most part. It loads things a lot faster, and the way that the processes work, it works a lot better. As you can see, quick. I had a lot of choppy video problems when using other browsers like Firefox. That really makes no sense because it's still Flash, but I guess because of the way that Firefox and Internet Explorer pull from the they're so heavy on the processor that maybe it slowed it down. I can watch other videos on Chrome without any lag whatsoever on standard and on high definition. Usually, high definition works pretty well. But on Firefox, it's jumpy. Very, very jumpy.
That's me.
So.
They call me Epi Streeter. Thing is, I'm the meanest, most strong paddy. Wicked cunt there's Kevin the Blabbermouth.
Of course, right now this video would have a lot of... that wasn't freezing, it was just a video. So as you can see, it plays pretty seamlessly. There it is. That's not the video, that's just the actual video the way it is. It's stopping there.
So you're applying it with that voiceover there.
Hulu works about the same. I do not suggest watching high def on Hulu though, because it can be rather picky. The new show, Glee. Watch that. Sorry the way that this looks, the way it's picking up.
The following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by the third generation Toyota Prius.
You can see it really looks well. The way that this camera's picking it up is kind of not as good as it looks. It doesn't look weird like that. That's standard edition, standard definition, full screen. It's not jumpy in it at all. But Hulu, sometimes when you put it on the 420, or is that at 420, I guess, it gets a little picky. Not bad, but a little. And full screen, it kind of just depends. See, this video is watching, some that I was watching earlier, it is a little bit chuggy, so I wouldn't try watching high definition on Hulu until they, you know, work out some issues with the graphics card that's on this one.
Sure is, Mr. Sheen.
That's pretty much the basics. I didn't want to keep this video long, but I did want to show some other stuff that works pretty well on the Mini. This is ZSNES, which is the emulator for the Super Nintendo. I cannot tell you where to get these ROMs. I own the games, so I legally can have them. These work perfectly on here, which is great. You know, they're, as you can see. Of course, I don't have my controller hooked in, but as you can see, it's running pretty well. I also have the Nintendo 64 emulator and the Sega emulator. The Sega emulator works about the same. The Nintendo 64 one, the only game I have is Super Mario 64. Because it's actually the only game that I own, and I no longer have a Nintendo 64. I just have that game laying around, so legally I don't own that one too. But it is not as good as the other because it is 3D. So. I do have a TV tuner. The Dell Mini is supposed to launch a TV tuner actual option later on, but this right here, it hooks into the, this is Pinnacle, I think is how you'd say it. See that? It hooks into the USB, and then you can hook cable or whatever into it. I'm not going to take the time to hook this in and show you right now, but it is, some videos work. This is digital, so it will work when the DTV. I've got plenty of DVD stations that show up, which is actually better than our analog cable. So that's that. It works pretty well. If I put some of the high definition channels on full screen, they get choppy, which sucks. So that makes me wonder if and when Dell does release this TV tuner integrated into the Dell, how is that going to do any different? I've wondered if it's the software I use. I used the software that came with this, the Pinnacle, or however you say that. But it works fine on my desktop, so I don't know. It could just be that I need some other software. Overall, I've tried a lot of laptops, and this one's great. Of course, it's not huge, and the battery doesn't last forever, but overall, the speed and everything for it works great. So, if you're looking to get in a netbook, Dell Mini is the way to go. Of course, I am interested in these new touch ones, the tablet PCs that are coming out. But as far as, you know, cheap one, get the Dell Mini.